Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes. First, we have to complete the chapter. After that, I will take revision. Right? So, we have completed wind pollination. Now, water pollination. In this, water pollination. The water pollination, where water acts as an agent of cross pollination. Here, Vallisneria is example for water pollinated flower. These are aquatic plants. In water pollination, the flowers are aquatic. They found in water, where whose male flower are submerged in flower to start with, get detached when mature. See what is here. Both are unisexual plant. A flower having only one part of the one reproductive part in flower. The male plant is in different plant and female flower found in different flower. What happen here? The male plant, yes, a male plant, and see, they are it's a female plant, but it's a male plant, and it is female plant. Both plants are found in separate plant. So when male flower get matured, they detach from the flower. They detach from the flower and float on the surface of the water. On the surface of the water. These are the male flower, and they float on the surface. What happen here next? Get detached when mature and float on the surface of water. When these floating male flowers happen to come in contact with the female flower, when they come in contact with the female flower, someone is talking. Yes, they come contact into the female plant and release the pollen grains at the stigma of this flower. This is known as water pollination. And female flower, the pollen grains are transferred to the stigma. This is known as water pollinated flower. Lotus and trapa. Trapa, we well known trapa as singara, are aquatic plant, but their flowers are exposed to air. There is an exception. Lotus and trapa are aquatic plant, but their flowers are exposed to air and are pollinated by insect. It's a thing to remember that lotus and trapa are the aquatic plant, but they are insect pollinated flower. Characteristics of water pollinated flower. Flowers are small and light, so they can easily float on water. The flowers are small and light. Male and female flowers are born on the separate plant. They are in different plants. pollen grains are produced in large number because it is not happen the all small pollen grains fertilize the ovule of the flower, so it needs in larger quantity. Now after pollination, fertilization take place. Fusion of male and female sex cells are known as fertilization. What is here? After reaching the stigma, the flower of same kind of plant. After reaching the stigma, say stigma, pollen grains are reaches here of same plants. The pollen grains absorb moisture. They absorb moisture and swells up. Stigma surface and begin to grow a tube. After that, they start growing a tube. And this tube is known as pollen tube. This is known as pollen tube. This tube is called pollen tube. The pollen tube lengthens through the style and enters the ovule in ovary. Here is a ovary, and this starting growing and reaches to the ovary, reaches to the ovule through the ovary. This is ovary, and here are ovules. Pollen tube lengthen through the style, enters the ovule in ovary. There is a release. The male gametes or germ cell fuse with the female egg cell in the ovule to produce zygote. Here is a female gamete ovule is present here. In pollen tubes, there is a pollen grains are there here, and they reaches to the, they penetrate the ovary and reaches to the ovule, and after fertilization they fuse together. Male and female gametes fuse together to form zygote. Fertilization is the fusion of male cell with the female cell to produce zygote. After meeting of this male and female gametes is known as, the cell is known as zygote. The ovule containing the fertilized cell developed into seed. The ovule containing the fertilized cell developed into seed. These ovules developed into seed, and the covering of the ovule give rise to the seed core. It's a seed ovule having fertilized, having male gamete, and this cell forms in the cell seed, and the covering of this cell is developed into seed core. These develop into seed core, and the ovary convert into fruit. The ovary convert into fruit. The ovary remains attached to the stalk of the flower and grows into fruit. The ovule inside the ovary develop into seed, and other parts like sepal petals fall off. After fertilization, other part of flower fall off. Fertilization in the flowering plant flow chart. Here is a flow chart. What is happening here? First, pollination take place. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower. Then germination of a pollen grain, a pollen tube. After this, penetration of ovule. This pollen grains penetrate the seed, ovule, and form a fused cell, and it is known as zygote. Here is word is coming, pollen, double pollination. two pollen grains entered in the pollen tube. Two pollen grains enter in the pollen tube. Two male gametes carried in the pollen tube fertilize the egg nucleus and the polar nuclei. The other one gamete fertilize the ovule and the other is known as polar nuclei in the ovule, resulting in the formation of the zygote and endosperm respectively. These polar nuclei help the zygote to formation of zygote and endosperm. This is the process of fertilization. Here is it. See. Pollen tube enters into the ovule and fertilize the ovule. After that, there is two nuclei, two gametes, male gamete reaches to the ovule, and this is known as polar nuclei. This is known as polar nuclei, and these polar nuclei help the ovule to formation of zygote and endosperm. Pollen tube penetrate the ovule through the micropyle. The point where the pollen tube penetrate the ovule, and the point is known as micropyle. This is the whole process of pollination. Artificial pollination means transfer of pollen grains to the stigma manually. It is not done by the nature. Okay. Now it is artificial pollination is practiced by the plant breeder to develop the high yield variety of plants. Developing new variety, these breeders select two different varieties. The breeders select two different varieties of a crop plant with desired characteristics. Which character we want to see in the next generation, next crop? We take that variety of plant, two different varieties we take. One is found in male flower and other is in female flower. For example, one variety may be high yielding and the other may be disease resistant. We take a variety of male plant of high yielding, or the another variety of female plant is disease resistance. Cross breeding, the pollen grains of that high yielding plant transfer to the stigma of the disease resistant female flower plant. Cross breeding between them is done by artificial pollination. After selecting the male and female plants out of the tube, the anthers from the flower of the female plant are removed. These female flowers are then pollinated with the pollen grains taken from the flower of the male plant. Many high yielding variety of rice, wheat, maize have been produced by this process. if we are taking we are using artificial pollination, then we have to remove the pollen stamens from the flowers, because there will be a chance of pollination there. To prevent this, we remove all the stamens from the flower and pollinate it with the uh, variety we need. This is all about the, have a look at the multiple choice question. Pollen is produced in the anther. Answer 4. First answer is 4th. Produced in anther. The second is reproductive whole of the flower is.
The full board.
Yes.
मैम बॉडी नहीं दिख रहा.
Ma'am, show the full board.
What do you want?
मैम show the full board.
Yeah.
मैम we can't see board.
Full board.
I don't understand what you want to say.
Ma'am, we can't see the board clearly.
Okay.
Ma'am, board is not clear.
Okay, now clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes ma'am.
Reproductive whole of flower are stamens and carpels. First one. The third is grafting is a method of artificial vegetative propagation. Short answer type question. Okay, listen. I will give you the answer on Moodle app. We will take revision for both the chapters because we are having only 10 minutes are left here. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
So,
Okay ma'am.
if
Ma'am,
you
you have sent already in the model.
yeah. Maybe
Ma'am, your voice is not coming clear. Some
which is not clear?
voice is not, some problem is coming.
In which portion?
Arey, your voice is not clear to me.
Then what will I do? If you want to ask
Ma'am, it
any
is
question,
clear.
then you ask first. If you are not asking, then I will take revision. Which topic or which portion you want to take in revision? These two lessons will come in your exam. Lesson 1 and 2.
Okay, ma'am.
Now tell me, what is your problem?
Fill in the blanks. Ma'am, backside fill in the blanks is there.
This will be given into the Moodle app. So I am not wasting time on this. I am
Okay,
taking
then.
revision.
Okay ma'am.
Do you want to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
No ma'am.
Okay, listen one thing. Revise and learn all the
Ma'am.
example of water pollinated, insect pollinated, and whatever in lesson 1. Take revision and take example seriously, and all the topic. The all questions are objective type question. First, if you want to ask, then ask. Otherwise, I will take it myself.
Ma'am, inner equations also come.
Which one?
Inner equations.
Your
Some
voice is
chapter.
not clear.
Inner. Ma'am,
Yeah.
inner questions will also come.
Yeah. This will also come.
Okay
Ma'am, the
ma'am.
question all objective types or question answer both together.
Yes, all objective types. Maybe Take the correct answer. True, false, one word answer.
Question answer like is not there.
No, no. So it's a objective type question. There is a problem to send this and to receive this. So only objective type question will come. They may be take the correct option, true, false, or one word question answer.
Okay, ma'am.
So read the
Okay,
lesson,
ma'am.
Ma'am, in all
read the
subject.
lesson properly, seriously,
Ma'am, in all subject.
in all subject.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. What do you want to ask? If not, come to the lesson 1 and have a look.
No doubt, ma'am.
Have a look at chapter 1 for revision. Transportation in plant is the process in which substance absorbed or synthesized in the one part of the plant are moved to the other part of the plant. To transport these things, there is a conductive system, and this system having two types of tissue, xylem and phloem. They are together known as vascular bundle. Xylem transport water and mineral absorbed from the soil, and these xylem tissue having four types of cells, and these cells are tracheates, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. Read in detail. Then for the transportation of food, there is a tissue, and the name of this tissue is phloem. Phloem is also having four types of cells, and these cells are sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. There is a difference between xylem and phloem. See it yourself. Water absorption by the roots. The structure of root having root hairs. Some roots, there are two types of root, tape root and fibrous roots, and all the roots are having roots hair, a fine hair like structure, and this is known as root hair. And these root hair increase the surface area of root, which can absorb more water and mineral from the soil. The cell wall is said to be freely permeable. It means it allows all the substance pass through it. The cell membrane is semi-permeable. Cell wall. What is there is a cell, and this cell has cell wall. Cell wall is a freely permeable. Freely permeable means allow all the substance to pass through it. But here is a cell membrane, and this cell membrane is semi-permeable. It does not allow all the substance pass in. It is selective in nature. Due to this, it takes some parts. It allows some parts and some molecules to pass through it. See, there are three types of movement of molecules are seen in plants. Look at the page number 6. Look at the page number 6. Three types of movement of molecules are seen in plant. First is diffusion, osmosis, and active transport. In diffusion, the soil, water, mineral move into the root hair by the simple process diffusion. In daytime, carbon dioxide diffuse in the atmosphere into the leaf cell, and oxygen diffuse out from the leaf cell into the atmosphere. Diffusion means exchange of gases. In daytime, plant prepare food and the process is known as photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, they capture carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and oxygen is the byproduct of photosynthesis, which is released by the stomata in the atmosphere. The process is known as diffusion. The movement of molecule, gas, liquid and solid from higher concentration to the lower concentration is called diffusion. The higher concentration of carbon dioxide in atmosphere, and from higher concentration to the lower concentration, the movement of this is known as diffusion. Right? See, learn all the define also as well as example. The next is osmosis.
Okay, ma'am.
The movement of water molecule from its region to higher concentration through a semi-permeable to the region of lower concentration. What is happen here? The molecules of any substance move from higher concentration to lower concentration. What is important here? The molecules move from higher concentration to the lower concentration. And same in the diffusion. But in active transport, the root hair absorbs both water and mineral from the soil. Water enters the root hair cell by osmosis. By osmosis. It means higher concentration to the lower concentration, because the water is in maximum quantity, in having the more quantity as compared to the water inside the cell. So water enters in the root hair through the osmosis. Active transport. First is osmosis. There are 2 or 3 steps are following in this active transport. Osmosis. Water enters through this osmosis. It means it pass in the cell through the higher concentration to the lower concentration. Water enters higher concentration to the lower concentration. Lower concentration. But the minerals, because the concentration of water molecule is higher in the soil than the inside the root hair. But in case of mineral, there are more in concentration inside the root hair. In case of mineral, here is a case of water, but in mineral, the concentration of mineral is higher inside the root. Concentration of mineral is higher inside the root. As compared to the soil. So there is a different type of transport is taking place. The mineral pass in root here from lower concentration to the higher concentration. Move from lower concentration to higher concentration. Then the soil. These minerals have to be absorbed from the a level to a lower concentration to the level to the higher concentration. These movement of molecule, and in this way they require energy. The molecule require energy to pass from lower concentration to the higher concentration. Require energy, and due to this it is known as active transport. This is known as active transport. Now, ascent of cell, transpiration, the loss of water through the stomata is known as transpiration. The factor affecting transpiration: sunlight increase the rate of transpiration. Increasing of temperature is also increase the rate of transpiration. Wind, if blowing wind is higher, so that this also increase the rate of transpiration. But in humidity, if there is a humid day, that decrease the rate of transpiration. Importance of transpiration is it makes cooling effect on the plant, and it maintains the concentration of shape inside the plant body. Uses of water in plant. What are the uses? The uses are transportation, the water needed for the transportation, and it need for the photosynthesis, food production, and to cool out, if cool out the plant, it require water also. This is the importance and uses of water. Now, importance of minerals. Nutrients are essential for the plant to grow well and complete their life cycle properly. There are two types of minerals. One is macronutrients and other is micronutrients. Macronutrients they require in large quantity, and micronutrients they require in small quantity. Here is a table. Read it properly and take the effect of micronutrients and macronutrients if they are lacking in the plant. This is the revision of lesson 1. Come to the lesson 2. The revision of lesson 2. There are two types of reproduction found in plants. One is sexual reproduction and other is asexual reproduction. There are different ways of asexual reproduction. First is binary fission. Binary fission found in amoeba. The nucleus divides into two, and after the cell membrane is also elongate towards the elongate through the middle and divide the cell into two parts, and this is known as binary fission. In budding, there is some projections form on the cell, and it takes part of nucleus and cell cytoplasm. After maturing, this detach from the parent cell. Cell and cytoplasm After maturing this detaches from the parent, and this is known as budding. Fragmentation. If any part of a organism break up all the parts which break down, this will grow into a new. If this will break from here, all grows into a new organism. This type of fragmentation type of reproduction is found in Spirogyra. Spore formation is a common in plant, mosses and fern. They are ornamental plant and bear spores on the underside of their leaves. They have spores underside of their leaves. The spores are light and can be carried away by the wind or insect to different places, and they can grow when they get favorable condition. They grow into a new plant. Vegetative reproduction. New plant can be produced by certain plants of plant, certain part of plant like leaf, stem, roots, and these type of reproduction is known as vegetative reproduction. Reproduction by stem, we can see this in ginger, potato and onion. Reproduction by leaf, we can see this in bryophyllum leaves. Reproduction by roots, we can see in sweet potato and grass. Then advantages of these vegetative propagation. It takes shorter time. New plant produce spread very fast in small area, and this is the surer method of propagation. All good character and bad character are written in the daughter plant also. Advantages of vegetative reproduction as done, then disadvantages. They are genetically identical. They do not have any new feature in the upcoming generation. And dispersal of plants does not take place on its own. Daughter plants develop tends to remain nearby and are restricted to a particular area, leading to the competition of resources. All things grow together and facing the lack of space, nutrients, and they are having competition for these things. Artificial vegetative propagation. There are different artificial vegetative propagation, and it is cut the plant and grow into the soil. After that it will grow into a new plant. This is the cutting. Layering, the lower branch of a plant sow into the leaf, and after moisture and getting proper sunlight, it will grow into new plants. After growing this, it will cut from the parent plant, and this is known as layering. The third one is grafting. In grafting, we can take two desired variety of two different plants and fix on each other. The plant of the same or related species. The plant receiving the bud or shoot is called stalk. This is the plant which is receiving the another plant. This plant is known as stalk, and it receiving the plant another plant, and this is known as scoin. On fixing them, bind it together properly so that the cambium layer of the stalk and scoin must come into the very close contact so that they can grow well. then micropropagation.